very thoughtful about raining. One day in the morning, he saw the northeast was full of clouds. So he told his wife that a shower of rain might come. His wife replied that it might be if God wished. His wife also very attentive about the cornfields. She was also thoughtful. When she get the information, she told that if God wished, then a shower of rain might come. According to the prediction of Lencho, big drops of rain began to fall during the dinner. At that time, they were very joyful, and every one of the members separately wanted to enjoy the scenery. Lencho told his sons that the hailstorm had totally destroyed their cornfields because for 1 hour continuously the hail began to stir and totally destroyed every corn plant of Lencho. Corn plants lost their leaves, flowers, etc. Very sorrowfully, Lencho told his sons that a plague of locusts would have left more than this, but the hail had left to them nothing. So Lencho, who was a believer of God, he was a religious person, very simple and easygoing person. He believed in God to be a living figure. Thereafter, Lencho decided to write a letter to God so that he asked 100 pesos from him in order to restart his cornfield, in order to continue the family for the next harvest. So he very carefully, very attentively, very devotedly wrote a letter to God. In the letter, he mentioned the whole condition of his cornfield, how the hailstorm had destroyed his cornfield, and the whole field was full of water and full of hails. The field was looked so white, it was like a cover of salt. The scenery was beautiful of the fields, but his heart was not beautiful. His and his family members were very sorrowful. They thought of God, and the whole night Lencho could not make sleep for even a little period of time. Next, Lencho, after writing the letter, he decided to deliver it to the post office. The post office was in the town. He went there walking. When he reached the town, it was late, but very effortfully he delivered a letter in the post office, and he wrote on the letter that God, plague of locusts would have lost everything, so if you are kind enough, then send 100 pesos for the family so that it can restart the corn and leave the family for the whole year until the next harvest come. When the letter was posted in the post office, the postmaster himself saw it. When he got the address, a letter to God, he became very surprised. In his life, he had never seen such a letter in such an address. He was also a very simple, easygoing person. He was very devoted to God like Lencho. At the devoted mentality of Lencho, the postmaster became very happy. Anyway, he did not like to discourage Lencho. He wanted to help Lencho by giving him some money. But when he saw that the money Lencho wanted, the money was not a little one, it was 100 pesos. In relation to his salary, the money was very big, so he collected only 70 pesos from his friends, from his relatives, and from a part of his salary, and put the money in an envelope. He made it ready to give it to Lencho. On the envelope, he wrote as God, so that Lencho would believe that the letter had been really sent by God. After doing this, the postmaster was waiting to see the pleasing condition, pleasing face of Lencho. So he from the office table through the window, he was looking at Lencho whether the man is coming or not coming. Lencho came and asked the post office employees and postmaster himself also whether a letter in his address had already come or not. Then the postmaster himself gave the letter to Lencho, and Lencho very joyfully opened the letter, but saw that there were only 70 rupees. So he was very dissatisfied. He thought that God has sent 100 pesos, but the post office employees were a bunch of crooks, so they had taken away the rest 30 rupees from his letter. As a result, what happened? Lencho had to write second letter. In this letter, he requested God to send his 30 pesos, but not by the post office, but by some other way. In this way, he wrote the letter and put the letter in an envelope and he put the stamps. Thereafter, he delivered the letter into the post box. As soon as the letter was put into the post box, again the postmaster himself opened the letter and saw that the person Lencho didn't praise him, but he was dissatisfied with them because he had disbelieved them. This was a story about the letter to God. The story is taken from First Flight, Class 10 English textbook. I think it will help the students.